Hi, Christopher from Taxon Tools here. So, just want to update you. We are printing the housings right now, the last housings. Most of them are already printed for your orders. And just wanted to show you one of the problems we had. So, we have this spool. So, one housing needs more than a half of a kilo of filament. So with your normal spool, no chance. So you can print one housing and then you have to half print the rest. So this is our own filament here. Problem is, it was not good. Sometimes it was too thick. So what did we do? We cut off the too thick pieces of the spool, and now we have multiple parts which are marked here. And this is a pain to print because you always have to be here and check whether the printer is still able to print some filament. So what I've built is some circuit. This is not my circuit. I bought this sensor, but it's not suitable for my CR10S5 printer. So I have built this, how you doing circuit, which checks whether there is filament flowing. So you see here, the light is on, now it's off, and now it's on. So, and so on. And this timer, it checks whether the light is on less than 1 minute. And if the timer goes to 0, the printer will stop the print. I mean, not stop, it will pause the print. And if I don't react, then it will cool down the nozzle. The bed is still heated. This is perfect. So when does the timer reach 0? Two cases. When there is the piece of filament which is marked by the begin and end, when the end goes in here, obviously the light cannot go on anymore because there is no filament left. So this is the good case of pausing the print because there is no loss. But as well, if there is a clog somewhere, the timer will reach 0 also. So this is not as optimal because then you have some gap in the print, and you need to check whether the gap is okay, so you can still continue the print without destroying the housing too much, or whether you have to create some fix file where the printer will print the missed part again. This is a bit tricky, but it's doable. So far there is no clog on the print for the last 3 housings, which is quite new, but I like it that it is like this. So what problems we have as well? So you know, the thickness of the filament is of course not as accurate as for bought filament. So the problem is sometimes it's too thick and sometimes it's too thin. So what you have to do here is to check whether there is some gap, which is the case now. as far as I can see. So need to double check now. Yeah, the gap is too thick. So what we have to do now is tune the flow. The flow is now 100, but obviously this is not enough, so we increase the flow by 5%. Okay, now it's taken 6. And this is some job you have to always do from time to time. At least if you are printing with our filament at the moment, we try to improve this. But it's still fine now, but once I have corrected this, so the next perimeter should fix that. Yeah. So you see, we have some challenges now, but the housings are not a problem for the orders we have to fulfill.